we're back. Welcome to 10 Talk, where the conversation on 10 and the personalities on 100. Now, today we will be discussing everybody's favorite, if you're watching this anyway, Married at First Sight, Season 11. We're going to kick it to Sam for our opening statements. Let's go, Sam. What you got to say to the people?
What's happening with the people? I feel like we need a name for the people, but we're going to work on that one day. But I just want to talk about, first of all, we're going to get into the worst couple, the most boring couple, who is the most exciting couple in this episode, but because my boy Henry has had it.
Henry has had enough.
Man, he was not having it. So really just who do y'all think was right, Christina or Henry? Just at the very beginning, where they're like, just kind of sitting there chilling, and then she just snaps.
They both wrong. But Henry is a lot less wrong. So I'm on Henry's side with this.
I mean, I feel you. Because I don't think Henry's like taking her feelings into consideration at all. He's just kind of like avoiding everything and making everything seem like she's just being impatient all the time, and she's like completely unbearable to be around. But it's like he's not really giving anything either.
Cause she don't listen. Every time he say something, she don't listen. He be like, I think I want rosé. She be like, oh, you said red wine? He's like, no, I said rosé. Oh, I feel like you want red wine. Like, you know, she don't care what he got to say.
And she also be like interrupting him also.
All the time. And she don't like ask follow-up questions. She don't really care what he have to say. She rude. And Henry, she don't listen, because if she listens, she would see that Henry is hilarious.
I remember when asked Henry a question, and then when a question was asked, when she was asked the question, she just kind of didn't answer.
Right, we said Henry asked me a question, like make conversation. He asked her a question, she doesn't. She's like, I really don't think I can answer that. I don't know how to. Ma'am, make up your mind, please.
It's crazy because I feel like Christina does the same things that annoys her about him. Like they're the same person. I feel like that's why they got matched. They're really the same person. It's like they're really not cool. They're kind of awkward, but like not weird awkward and like open about being awkward. But they just kind of.
And Henry was like, she was like, do you ever get mad or anything? He's like, yeah, I just don't take it out on other people, you know, not like some people do. But you know, I don't be taking it out of the production or nothing.
Hey,
right.
I don't think she likes cameras like that.
Production. You knew you were going on a show, so if you knew you were going on a show, get over that you don't want to be on the camera. And my thing is, as I said on Twitter when I was live tweeting, I said we don't want her on the screen, and she don't want to be on the screen. So can we come to some type of compromise here? Because clearly neither one of us.
I hope so.
Now look, at first though, I was like, oh no, Henry doesn't like confrontation. Like, and Christina's very confrontational. And then I was like, oh no, Henry with the smile.
No, the problem is
Henry had enough.
The problem is, to sum up my feelings in a viral video, Christina, hush! You talk too much! Homegirl, you never shut up!
You ain't had to.
He's so extra. To sum up my thoughts about Christina and scene. Are we done here? Are we done? Oh, girl, you're not No, you just start scenes and you feel like it. And then she be looking around. Y'all got any more questions? Girl. No, we don't.
Look at that when they say no. Like, it's not their job. That is not their job. She said, do you guys have any more?
If she would just ask him to do something, he's the type of dude that would do it. Like, you keep saying, why didn't y'all give him the question? I'm sure if you said, Henry, can you take over these games? He'd be like, all right. If you said, Henry, can you go pick up some butter? He'd be like, all right.
Yes.
Can we talk about this argument about like the whole food thing? That was
oh my god. No, he said I would Venmo you for the groceries. I told you I would Venmo me for we're married. For what? Venmo me for groceries for what?
He was being petty. He's funny. He was being petty.
One thing about me, I'm not doing that. One thing about me, I'm not about to be like, you know what? I thank you so much for the groceries. Let me hit that cash app. We married.
No, they both petty because Christina was imitating Pastor Cal because I feel like her feelings were hurt after therapy. Like the way she was asking him questions was like how Pastor Cal was asking questions to her. And I feel like her feelings were very hurt.
She didn't expect him to come back with that. Oh, but did you thank me for that $70 Mexican meal? Did you thank me for that Michelin star restaurant? He was like, because I don't remember hearing it.
But when did it? Let me know.
Like Henry will say the most shady things, the most monotone voice. Like he will be all the way shady, and then we'll be saying it with the most flat voice. No, like
he was like, "Do you want me to tell you all the times you've been impatient? Well, we don't have the time for that now, do we, Christina?"
No, look. I watched videos later than everybody else. And as soon as that part came on, I ran to Shadai's room just to go tell him, like, we don't have enough time. And it was hilarious.
Oh, I was saying it wasn't hilarious because it was at 2:30 in the morning and I was kind of tired.
And I was tired of them.
Wait, you went upstairs to go wake him up at 2:30 in the morning?
I was already upstairs when I was in my room. I just went next door.
Speaking of shady, can we talk about Brett on how he was talking about budgeting when he said that's what responsible people do?
Bruh, I was like, ooh.
He be sneak dissing.
Bruh, and the way he disrespected Pastor Cal, he really was like, he was asking us all these personal questions. He's a therapist. This is therapy. Like, I really was like, what are you talking about?
You don't disrespect Pastor Cal on period. We don't tolerate
ever. But I'm like,
I just wanted to know where was all that energy when Pastor Cal was in your face, since you got all that smoke and want to talk about he was starting stuff. You didn't have none of that smoke when Pastor Cal was in your house. So, Brett, you also don't have none of that smoke when she made more money than you. You just mad. You petty, and you broke.
I was real mad. I was like, that you like. I'm like, sir, you realize that was a therapy session, and he wants you to talk about important issues in your marriage, like important subjects you need to bring. Like, this is therapy.
Woody had me weak. He was like, your wife makes more than you, bro. Get up. Like, stop with the dramatics. She makes more money than you. You're either gonna accept it or you're going to accept it. Like,
okay, but the problem with that is, like, she wants him to go to like have fun with him with like games and stuff, but she's not willing to pay for it.
I mean, yeah, and Woody didn't know that. Like he said, like if she's paying for it, which I mean, she's not, but Woody still had a point, and that was funny.
No, can we talk about
building wealth and he don't make enough money? What wealth are you building, Brett? Stop playing with yourself. You got this one house. You got this one cat. You're not about to build wealth. You could take one trip with your wife. Stop being mad because you broke. You downplaying her being a nurse practitioner when you don't have no money, sir.
Bruh, and
you went on 45 and only spending $100 a month, sir. This is why you don't go on second dates. This is why you don't have no wife now.
And that's why he was saying, like, he was like, well, she just wants you to have fun and stuff. And Brett was like, building money is fun. That's stuff. Like, boy,
no, it's not. It's not fun.
Watching money grow in your bank account, that's fun. Sir.
Y'all.
Hey, he has one redeeming quality. He can actually cook. And Shamar, what you feel about that?
Did you just PC me, Sam?
Yeah.
All right.
Run with it.
But all right, so I got kicked off earlier, so before I talk about how he can actually cook, I want to bring up Lacey, what Lacey said about Woody saying he needs to come to grips with the fact that his wife makes more than him. And I think he has come to grips with it. I don't think she's come to grips with the fact that he can't afford to go on all these trips with her that she wants him to do. I think that's the problem, really.
Message.
But
I mean, that's true.
I think that's well said.
But I think as far as him being able to cook, I think, they had a great compromise and a great, talk about when she said, oh, well, then some of the money I spend on going out to eat in my food budget, that can go towards entertainment now. So we can do some of the things, we don't have to do super expensive things. We can go out bowling or, they threw out a couple other things. And so they kind of, like I said, came to a compromise. You can cook.
Team Alley Cats. Cats are going to save this man.
Yo, I really said, guys, we got another thing we have in common. We got bowling, we got cats. Perfect match.
I just knew it. I just knew the cats were going to save everything. I just knew it. They was having a fight. They was arguing. They got down to it. And they ended up with thinking about cats. And it was happy. Happy ever after.
And see, remember the first couple of episodes, we were talking about how we didn't understand why they matched those two together because they didn't have anything in common except for the cats. But obviously, that's enough.
That is not enough.
And bowling.
Okay.
Don't forget the bowling.
It's not enough for a successful marriage.
All right, so man, let's actually talk about how Karen is finally starting to warm up to Miles. Finally, I'm really upset though because Karen is way too cute, and I'm so ready to forgive her and let her move on. But she's just had so many transgressions. I'm trying to remain steadfast in my position that Karen needs more time. But girl, that woman is cute. But what do you feel about warm Karen?
Well, as Woody would say, black love. But
they had the light box. Did you guys see the light box that said "Black Joy lives here"? I loved it. I was like, that's so cute.
But not like I think like I was a big Karen hater, so but I think like she's really starting to open up and starting to really get into it. I feel like at the beginning she was like, yeah, I signed up, but I didn't fully sign up. I signed the paperwork, I filled out the application, but that's all I did, and that's all I'm gonna do. But I think now she's actually realizing yes, I'm married. I need to at least start to act like it, and so she's getting there. She said that she wouldn't call the police if he kissed her. So,
and she didn't kiss him. They had the little kiss.
And he wasn't too sure when she said it though. He was like, I don't know. Maybe you will. I don't know.
However, the scene with Amelia when she pulled Amelia outside and she's like, I just want to tell you, I finally kissed my husband. That was cute to me because I feel like it showed that she was feeling good about it. What, Sabrina?
Anyway, so what I was gonna say is, have y'all noticed how she now calling him her husband, and she told him, yes, I know I am your wife. I was like, what happened? Did Pastor Cal get through to her? We not strangers no more. She knows she a wife. She knows she signed up for a show.
It's almost 2 weeks. The time has passed.
You know what happened? He started working on her car. She was like, oh, I got a husband now.
Nah, you know what I think it is? I think she called her mama and Miss Kathy had to set her straight.
Now. Don't you bring in Miss Kathy into this. Because I'm worried. If Miss Kathy gets into this, I'm scared.
Miss Kathy a real OG. She know what's going on.
She probably did talk to her. Because Karen was being crazy. And this man, when the friend came for the housewarming party, I don't know if we at that part, but, when she was asking what you do to alleviate her stress, He was like bought her flowers. She don't really like flowers, but I thought it was like a nice gesture. I'm working on getting her car fixed. He was like, he doing all the things. And she getting up at what, butt crack AM to make him a meal? I ain't never in my life.
Go get up. Yeah, she made me a whole meal at like midnight.
Bruh. And then not just a meal, like that takes time. The thing
A meal, like she gave him meat, grease sides, everything. She said,
and she was sleepy. I'm kind of tired. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm kind of hungry. Get something cooked. Like what?
She really is trying. And as soon as he said he like words of affirmation, she was like, I don't like to do it, but she did it.
Immediately.
She gave him a compliment right away. Immediately. But he missed the signal because she was telling him, kiss me, when they was having that conversation. She kept telling him, and he was like, I got Carmex. She was like, no, I'm saying kiss me, and he was missing it. I was like, Miles, sir,
your chance has arrived.
I think I've realized something. I think that Woody and Miles are really the same person, but they just have two completely different wives. How do you feel that? Because I feel like Amani is very like affectionate as well, even though she says she's not. I feel like she is. And Karen is very like, yeah, let's not touch me. So how do you feel like, how do you feel about that comparison between those two?
You mean they're the same, like, what's the word? You just said it. Affection-wise, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like that's accurate. They're both very like touchy-feely, I feel like, and just Miles just doesn't have as much of an opportunity for that because Karen's not into that. She's like, I'm good, thanks. Also, I feel like they're both respectful, but Woody's more willing to be like, like to make the move,
But Amani's also more ready to receive the move because Amani was making her own moves. And that's all I'm going to say.
He was over here knocking all the loops off the Chat City bill.
Not this one.
Is it time to talk about Luco and Amani yet? Because I'm waiting on that one.
And well, then go ahead and start it, brother. Go ahead and start it, brother.
All right. So this question is for Sabrina. How did you feel about their Never Have I Ever game and just how like their interaction during the game? How did you feel like they showed that they were like comfortable around each other and their family and friends?
To me, they had the most like realistic kind of party. It seemed like they were the most comfortable. I felt like I was watching my cousins interact at their house. They've been married for like a lot of years. The things I noticed though are maybe different than what everybody else noticed. Because I noticed that he walked over with his plate, saw his wife sitting on the floor, put his plate down, went and got 2 chairs, made sure his wife was not sitting on the floor. She wasn't like Christina was like, I really wish I had a chair. It would be nice if somebody she just sat down. She was fine with sitting on the floor, but he was like, let me make sure she's comfortable. So he set his plate down, made sure she was comfortable. Then they interacted together. And all their friends seemed super supportive and fun. They all just seem super fun. Like, a lot of these couples are taking it so serious. They just look so like, womp womp. I'm like, have some fun. Like, get drunk. Be like,
get drunk.
Yeah, I didn't catch the chair thing. I was just like, bro, I love black people.
Me neither. I never caught the chair thing. And what I think is crazy is I'm upset because they really have to split Milo and Woody's friends up. Like, I want to see the big group together.
Every episode,
right? Y'all can't
together. I was
like, y'all know y'all chose best friends to be in this process together. Why can't y'all let them have a joint party? For what?
Yeah. Like, it's not fair. Like, it's not fair. We gotta split this up. It's like, and then they got the boring game. And so Truth or
It's
dare?
like y'all trying to pad the runtime, but these episodes is long enough. I promise you.
But no, I just want to say Woody needs to do better because he was 5 and out. Tell me, I'm gonna win. No, sir. Be honest with yourself. Be worried. Be very, very worried.
Those questions were dumb, though. Those questions were dumb.
Dumb.
So, how do you feel about Amani saying that she can like give Woody a hard time, but like other people can't because that happened at the party?
Loved it.
About that.
It just sound like normal, like family type stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I talk about Sabrina and how old she is all the time, but let somebody else do it, and we're gonna
Right.
have a problem.
Sabrina said you do
You
what
are old. I was gonna say for all the viewers, I know she don't look like it, but she can be my mother. She's that old.
What? Wow. That's almost
She's
as
my
bad as
mother.
when Henry said Christina was high maintenance in the first 12 days of
Thank
knowing her.
you.
all the guys were like, you should not have said that. You should. All the guys was like, you said what to her? Mm-mm.
I'm gonna need some more to Venmo me for that. Venmo me for that comment.
Man, I was like, I know she's annoying, bro, but you can't 12 days, you can't just say stuff like that and just think it's gonna be good in the hood. I understood why she was upset earlier in the episode. I was like, yeah, I'd be upset too.
Wait, what are you talking about?
High maintenance.
Henry called Christina high maintenance. So I see why Christina at the very beginning of the episode when they had that fight was a little irritated.
I mean, she just doesn't like being on camera. The way she acted with her bridesmaids, like she's been this way with this filming process and the interviews since the beginning. Like she's just a jerk.
Yeah, and I'm like, why are you yelling at the camera crew when you signed up to be married on television and they put you on television?
It's like when people are rude to waiters and like wait staff and stuff. That kind of stuff irritates me. Like they're doing their job. Leave them alone.
But I think Leilani made the point. And I think Leilani made the point that she's a whole flight attendant and she wouldn't want somebody to talking to her like that.
Right. So, she probably gets people talking to her that all the time and she gets an attitude, but then she go turn around and do the same thing to other people who are just doing their jobs.
Exactly. That's like asking Sabrina to give me some ice cream and she bring me some ice cream and I got an attitude because it's too soft.
I'm not bringing you anything. You called me old, sir. This is how this works. You will never get ice cream. Not ice cream, not a Pop-Tart. Where Venmo me.
Run me my money.
To answer Stefan's question, this is who Amani has been the whole time. Amani is like, do not talk about my husband. Do not mess with my husband. That is my husband, and she's gonna cap for her husband. And I feel like that's the way that it should be, like in general. Like, I don't know if you guys want to like keep talking about them, but I tweeted, I was like, if it's not Bennett and Amelia's like openness and their comfort with each other mixed with like I got your back, a Woody and Amani, I don't want it. You feel me? I don't want it.
But I think it's important too that it really reciprocates, because when Miles was like when they got together like on the honeymoon episode, and he was like, my wife said what she said, and that's it.
He said that was our answer. She said it. She said our answer. That's our answer.
But there is no difference.
What anybody think about the breakfast though? What everybody think about him getting up early and making the breakfast and all that?
The surprise flowers. And the surprise flowers.
Hey, and he said he wanted her to feel like what a normal Saturday is like. So he's alluding to this is a normal thing. Like, every Saturday, maybe every other Saturday, might be a couple weeks where he's just not feeling it. But like, he was just like, yeah, this is what I do. I get up in the morning and I make breakfast. And
my parents taught me never do something you can't keep up. So all I'm hoping is he can keep this up, because if this is a normal Saturday, then I want to normally wake up and normally feel the smell of freshly fried bacon. And if I don't,
That's Kara's problem.
I'm gonna know
She trying to
something's
figure
not
out if
normal.
Miles is gonna that's Kara's problem. She trying to figure out if Miles is gonna keep up whatever. And Miles is with his sister was like, yes, that's who he is. Like he's not like I don't.
I think for Woody, he said it's easy because she's so like appreciative. She always say thank you. She always seems like she appreciates what he does, and she always gives him his props. So that makes it easier for him to want to do it, because it's not like she just like, can you go make, like, she not like Christina where she just have, I keep comparing her to Christina. I just don't like Christina, but I'm also Christina, so I understand.
The shame, the crying shame. But no, I want to go ahead and get into the cutesy couple with Amelia and Bennett, because I've realized that not only are Amelia and Bennett perfect, their friends are all weird and their friends are all perfect as well. And where are the cracks? Where are the cracks?
The mural, bro. I thought that was such a cool idea. Like that seems like fun to just like be like, let's have a party, everyone get together, we're painting a mural. That sounds fun. I mean, mine will probably not look good, but that's beside the point. I don't know how to paint, but that's beside the point.
I mean, it didn't look like they knew how to paint too well either. They had they had a river. They had a nice Look, at first I was like, please, let's not hang this on the wall. And then they hung it up. I was like, oh, it's kind of nice.
Right, it looks good, right? No, it gives me very much like when you're in class and they tell you to make like a game board for like some kind, like it gives me that. It's like, okay, make a game board. And then that was that.
No, yeah, and that's why I feel like it shouldn't have been on the wall. And then when it went up, I was like, oh, okay, it can stay there.
Right? That looks good actually. Like,
I think Bennett's friends are some haters. All I'm gonna say.
but his friend really was like, I don't really like the idea of you moving across country with someone you barely know. Like, girl,
I would say both Bennett and Henry's friends like him. I just feel like they have the two friend groups that are jealous. Like, I'm very upset it wasn't me.
Henry's friends are so passive aggressive. Just like Henry. Sorry, hilarious.
No, but like definitely the friend likes him, but I'm standing on my morals and my belief that nothing's gonna tear them apart. Like anything that they argue about is gonna be dramatized for television, but nothing is going to tear them apart. They are literally made for each other.
No, when she was like, are you willing to move? He's like, I'm considering it. I was like, oh, after 12 days. He's like, yeah, I can leave this.
He's like, I think I could. So like,
She was so uptight about it though. She's like, "You really gonna leave?"
yes.
Yes, I am.
Possibly.
This is a stranger.
Yes, and what of it? He said he's sorry.
So sorry. But we gotta backtrack. Like all the way back. Back to Henry and Christina. Because I just thought of something. And I want Lacey, I see. But I want Lacey's opinion on when Christina was talking to Henry's friends and they were just talking about how he likes to take things really slow and it takes a while to open up. But once he gets there, and he's really sweet and caring and he's gonna be there for you. How do you feel like that conversation is gonna help their growth and them moving along and moving forward and being able to be a real couple?
It's not going to help them because Henry don't like her. So Henry's going to continue to be slow and to move slow because he does not like her. He doesn't want nothing to do with her. And he thinks that she's unattractive because he had said in their argument, when you're rude and you treat people the way you're treating them, it makes me not be attracted to you. So he just told us, like, straight out, he don't like her. So regardless, he's not gonna initiate it because she's a jerk.
I was like, he already came into this. He was like, this is something I would never do. First of all, while you're here, but second of all, it's already something that he's he's apprehensive about. And then second of all, Sabrina, you can't laugh like that because you go. But it's already something he's not comfortable with, and then he gets matched with Christina, and he don't even like her. So
I just feel like if he would just bite that bullet and do what he said, and just let her get what she wants, she would be a more patient person. She would be a more patient person, and that's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah, let's save that conversation for later because I have some thoughts on that too.
Okay. So I just want to go ahead and talk about the conversation that Olivia got with one of Bennett's friends about how to communicate with him and gotta, understand how he, kind of ticks. Do you guys think that was like a helpful conversation for Olivia? Do you think it'll change anything? Did you see it happen in the episode?
Comments. Olivia is not about to deal with broke boy Brett because the way broke boy Brett communicates is rude, it's condescending, and he always tries to talk down to her. So how are you going to want me to change while you're saying that you are right and I am wrong? Not let's compromise, let's come to the middle. He's like, no, you are wrong. I am responsible and I know what I'm talking about. And you need to get on my level. It's not going to work. She don't want to be on your broke level. She want to live life. And he should have listened to his friend because his friend was like, don't you want to like also have some time to live in the moment? What are you saving for retirement for if you not go have fun? She don't want to sit in that house with them cats and you and your bad sense of humor. Don't nobody want to sit in there with broke boy Brett.
No, and when he was like, she likes nicer things than you. Get over it.
Bro, what is hilarious? His personality.
No, but I don't think Brett and Olivia is gonna make it at all. I just feel like Olivia will get over it. Cause I don't think Olivia's like insecure about the fact that he makes less money. It's his like unwillingness to even like think of the idea of anything. It's like, I want to travel. I want to go to sporting events. And he just like, no. Like, he doesn't even want to entertain the idea of possibly having it to happen. And she's just like, I don't want to be with someone who just wants to sit in the house all day, every day. I don't want a homebody. I'm adventurous. I'm outgoing. I don't want a homebody. And Brett is a very much a cat-loving homebody.
And I think Sabrina said it best. Like episode 3 or something, it was one of the ones I was actually in, so y'all can roll the clip and find it later. But she said that what they should have did was put Brett with Christina because they just both overly too much, and then they would have clicked real nice and fit in together like some puzzle pieces. And you put Henry with Olivia because they both real nice, easygoing people. And then what's it called? Olivia like, let's go do this, and Henry's like, all right, cool, where we going?
No, that wouldn't work either. Because Christina would be like, well, aren't you going to go get the groceries? And he'd be like, aren't you big enough to do it yourself?
But that's fine. We can have one drama. We can have one dramatic couple, but Henry would have taken Olivia to all the expensive restaurants. He wouldn't have said nothing, but they would have been sipping on the expensive wine and eating at the 5-star restaurant.
And $70 Mexican food.
That way we have one bad couple instead of two. They should have a new series of Married at First Sight called Married at First Sight: The Switch. And they take couples that didn't make it and bring them back and switch couples.
If they watch our video and they do that, I want us to make the money. I just feel like
give us our royalties.
Get this rolling because they gonna steal it from us.
Clip it.
You heard it here first, y'all. If this happens, y'all better come for them for us.
But no, let's talk about that last fight. Because I know Sabrina was really dying at that moment.
I lightweight forgot what happened. All I know is Henry got his things after he finished his meal because Henry ain't gonna leave no food or wine on the table. Henry be taking that last bite like, soon as I finish this bite, I'm about to let her know that I ain't the one or the two, and I'm about to get up. But he be like, he'll sit. All right, let me tell you what you not gonna do. You not gonna get loud with me. Let me walk. Let me gather my keys and my things.
He wanted to slap her so bad.
So bad.
He gets so violent. He's like, this is not my nature. This food is good.
He was way more into that food than Christina. He was like, head down, just
way more into the food.
He was like, this food kind of snack.
Hey, but no, Sabrina's right. He don't miss no meals because even at the first episode when they was cooking and they was making the fish, he was like, this really is good. It really is.
He don't miss no meals because he was really eating that food. He had that little piece of food hanging from his chin.
They did not have to put that in. They did not have to do that to him. I mean,
he was just still eating like, girl, you should.
And
I was like, y'all can't even.
Henry was just so lively in this episode. Like, even when he wasn't saying nothing. Like, when she tried to offer him the sangria and he clearly said he wanted a rosé, he said, gave her that look like, I said I wanted a rosé. If you're not giving me a rosé, you can get out the kitchen.
He is had it. I'm telling you, he's through. He's through. Oh, but I think we should go ahead and just get into how we end all these videos with saying which couples we think are going to survive. And we'll go ahead and start with the one we're talking about right now, Christina and Henry. And
that's a no for me.
It's a no.
Nah, no so.
You and just, make it easy.
Let's just say this is in talk, where our conversations are on 10 and our personalities are never as bad as Henry and Christina.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, if we're never that bad, I am okay.
If y'all ever watch the video, I think that we on Christina Henry level. No, if y'all unsubscribe, I understand.
Right. Blow the comment section up. Let us know. I ain't gonna take it personal. I'm gonna probably watch it like, yeah. We probably shouldn't have posted that one.
Maybe we could. I don't know. We could have been like this episode. We can re-record. It's fine.
I'm just gonna be eating. I'll be like, well,
I'm gonna just be on camera eating, just like Henry.
Well, I feel like you want to say you gonna finish that. You gonna finish that.
Hey, he doesn't like you about to say that. And that's the argument. Like, you still want that?
Are you that man?
You wanted to pick off her like Miles was stealing all Karen's shrimp that she cooked.
No, that was cute though. Like, watch, I'm gonna go make her mad.
He said, "Ooh."
It's so she needs somebody to finally be playful.
Yeah, she needs somebody like that. She too serious. She needs somebody who go loosen her up.
Even her friends were saying she was so serious. Like, is she giving you professional Karen? Yes, absolutely.
No, right? No, when she was like, she turns from Karen into Kay. I was like, is Kay honeymoon Karen? Is that who?
Why are they friends fine though? Why the girls fine? The men,
every single last one.
All fine. And Miles' sister, fine. Miles' sister's husband, fine. They did some beautiful black people.
No, but when she was telling the story about how she got up and cooked, the sister was like, don't listen to that. That's not gonna happen over here. It's not gonna happen over here. I'm like,
don't be putting ideas in people's heads.
All right, let's go ahead, lock it in and make it official. So where are our votes on Karen and Miles?
I'm changing my vote this week. I think they're gonna make it. I'm just upset that Woody, Karen, Miles, and Amani can't all be with their friends all together so I can see 20 beautiful black people in one scene. But it's okay. I'm going to hold them out.
Yeah, this week.
I'm thinking yes. I'm hoping yes.
Wow.
Upload
Karen. This is amazing.
Shamarda got on the black women train. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Pastor Cal mentored him back to the black side. Thank you, Jesus.
We here with it.
Should I? Are they still here?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely yes from me on Miles and Karen. Yeah.
But Shadai's had faith in Miles since the beginning, since the jump.
All right,
Since
well,
before they matched, day one.
keeping us on the track of the black love, we gotta go to Amani and Woodrow. How do we feel? Are they gonna make it?
Most definitely.
Yes. Uh-huh. Black
I'm
love.
gonna need you
No
to talk
doubt.
about Woodrow like you know me.
Black girl magic, black boy joy. I'm down for it.
It's a yes for me, dog.
And wrapping it up with
I said stop calling him Woodrow like he was friend. Okay, you don't know him like that.
No, his friends call him Woodrow. I call him Woodrow because I don't know him like that.
No. He said, "Hey, governments, you gonna have to keep his name out your mouth."
and tapping in finally with the perfect couple that everyone's gonna say yes to, Bennett and Amelia.
Yes.
Of course.
No.
Boy,
These are
I love
different.
that.
I know. I'm always difficult.
They making it. If they don't make it, cancel the show. Just
If
wrap
they
it
don't
up.
make it, I won't love anymore. If they don't make it, my belief in love
y'all
set.
did something on purpose. Y'all did something on purpose to make it not work. If it don't work, I'm convinced they did this. The producers did this.
I will never have faith in love again, ever.
Love? I ain't gonna have faith in friendship after this. I don't believe in people.
He said, "I don't believe in anything."
I didn't say that. That wasn't me.
What about broke boy Brett? What about broke boy Brett and his wife? I don't know.
You know, I honestly forgot about them because I'm so upset about Brett because I stick up for you so hard. So hard, Brett. I tried so hard to make you look like a jerk. I did so much. And you were just making me look so bad. Ruining my reputation. I don't like it.
Like
They're not gonna make it.
Sabrina Wright? I don't like that.
Samuel was rooting for you, Brett. Samuel was really rooting for you.
We were all rooting for you.
It was all of us, not just.
No, we were not.
I was very much in the middle. I was very much. We'll see.
I feel like Olivia is trying to conform, and she's going to, and then it's just gonna break, where she's gonna be like, "What? Nope, I'm not doing this anymore." And it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work because his insults are gonna keep building up, and they're small. It's like them small pokes. She's gonna just get annoyed, and she's gonna snap. It's not gonna work. I'm over
Yeah,
it.
she said something on the honeymoon when they had that argument. She was talking about how she was like, "It takes a lot for me to get mad, but once I'm mad, I'm done. I'm over it. I'm through."
Facts. Well, that's been another episode of Talk. Go ahead and do all that good stuff at the bottom. Like, comment, subscribe.
Hit the bell.
Social media. We got a Twitter. We got an Instagram. 10 Talk _1981. Go ahead. Hit us up. Ask us a question. If you want to ask us a specific question, and if you've been paying attention, ask their number. And then we'll really know that you're a real fan. Catch you next week.